And welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Hey.
All right.
Woo.
I made
is-
clam chowder.
Hello.
It's a weekly podcast.
Hello again,
for you guys.
dear listeners.
I only
Yeah.
pop in and out of reality when we do this show.
Exactly. Thanks for downloading us so James could pop into reality
I live on your phone.
for a few minutes.
We got to
anyway.
figure out the food situation. I'm getting starving after these
I
podcasts.
Yeah,
submit that
we'll figure
somebody
it out.
else orders pizza and I will Venmo.
Let's
a
DoorDash
quarter.
some Wendy's here.
You just made a great idea. Will you
Well, that doesn't
DoorDash
help.
it?
That doesn't help a quarter of us at all.
You can't
Dude,
eat
the-
at Wendy's.
You can't?
Don't they have a gluten-free version?
I wish.
All
If
right.
they
the Impossible
did, I
Burger-
would
All right.
go to Wendy's.
Is the
We'll
Impossible
figure-
Burger gluten-free?
No, it's the
Yeah.
bun.
It's the bun.
Oh, it's the
bun.
bread. You can't have
Well,
bread.
let's get an impossible bun.
I wish.
Let's do it. That's impossible.
That is impossible.
Boom.
They're helping the wrong people.
All right, let's bring this around. This is the Gadget Spot where we talk about tech gadgets and video games and occasionally celiac disease, depending on how hungry Jaren is.
But he is really hungry, and so am I.
Let's go ahead and introduce our panelists here. We got Owen.
Hey there, I'm Owen. You can follow me on Twitter. Come check me out at TechNoan.
Hi, Owen.
We doing games?
Yeah.
What have you been playing lately?
You know what? I picked up a game over the weekend.
What
Yeah.
did you set it
And
back
then
down?
you put it back down.
And then I
Dang
didn't
it.
play. I just picked it up. No, it was I played dodgeball on the Switch
Oh.
through their emulator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I picked that up and I played River City Ransom a little bit, and I played dodgeball, and I was like, "Wow, these are really still crappy."
Dude, it was all we had at the
but
time.
it
so
was great
yeah.
to remember how crappy. And then you remember the River City Ransom codes? Remember those? Did you ever have that? Where that was their
No.
save data was like a 32
Oh,
character code.
There's other games that had that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's so I played for a solid 30 minutes or 40 minutes, which is a big improvement for me. Thanks to my brother for bringing his Switch to family dinner so that I could ignore my children and do that.
So you just went to a quiet room and didn't eat dinner.
Oh
and
no, I
ignored
sat
everybody?
right out in the family room in full view and took the entire.
That's a power
brunt.
move.
Yeah, I was like,
I would have gone up to the roof and been an attractive millennial.
Ooh, I don't get it.
That's
but-
part of the commercial.
Oh, okay.
That's how you become an attractive millennial. You go up to the roof and you play basketball together.
Like Karen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Anyway, that's my games.
Nice. All right, Jaren.
Hi, I'm Jaren. You can find me on Twitter at Jaren.
At Twitter
nailed
on
it.
Jaren.
Are you
Ooh boy.
are you posting on Twitter? Or
Yeah.
you just lurking?
No, I posted something about Star Wars the other day
I don't think I'm following
because Star Wars is great.
That was his first tweet in like 2 months.
I at people sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Games I'm playing. So I'm playing Wolfenstein 2.
Ah, good game.
It is a good game, and something shocking happened, and I won't ruin it because I followed the
That
no
was-
spoilers rule.
So that was the thing that every time you mentioned it in previous episodes, James would be like, "Oh, did you get to the part where?" And I'd say, "Shh." And-
yeah,
and-
that was shocking. I'm glad you didn't spoil it for me. And I found out that so I'm playing the UWP version of the game.
which means it's the one you downloaded from the Windows Store.
Yeah, because it's part of the Game Pass Ultimate.
Right.
Does
So-
that mean anything different?
So it's
Is
free.
the game different at all?
It's packaged differently, so it's through the Windows through Microsoft, so it's not through Steam or anything like that.
But you still have a start launcher, then it's not any different to get to the game.
Yes, but since it's built on Windows UWP code, it doesn't behave like regular PC games.
Like up is down and down is up.
G-Sync doesn't work,
G-Sync doesn't work.
What?
Yeah.
Then what's the point?
and so like
Exactly.
You didn't pay the money to play it like a poor person.
I know my frames go between like 120 and 144.
I'm
and like,
irritated for you.
And I have the frame counter. I'm like, yes, this game's running great. And then it just always felt not as smooth as it should have been. And then I turned on my monitor frame counter, and it's stuck at 144, which means G-Sync isn't working. And so it's driving me nuts.
So it was lying to you specifically when you
No,
asked
it's
it not to.
No. You don't understand this.
Nope, I don't
Let
understand what's
the
going on.
adults talk.
Okay,
Anyway, sorry, James. That was mean.
you said that last show.
I know.
You didn't apologize for that
Okay,
one.
can I give you a hug?
No.
All right.
Don't let
You're
him
you're on the blacklist permanently. It's nice over here, so
on the white
welcome
list.
On the gray list.
on the blacklist.
Oh, you're still on the blacklist too?
Look at him looking at me like that.
True, he is really kind of staring
I
you
can't
down.
Remember that one time you almost off Tony by riding a scooter into him?
I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
That's
great.
not how we pass in America.
It was gonna. It looked better on film in my head.
Go check it out. It's on YouTube. Just search Gadget Spot Scooter.
Hey, we're gonna be. Weren't we gonna be slow rolling out our Patreon videos to the mass public?
We
Yep.
talked about that and we
Yeah.
never got around to it.
Yeah, we should do that.
That's going to
Yeah, we should.
happen.
Did you play anything else, Jaron?
Yeah, I downloaded the new No Man's Sky Beyond update
Wait, when did you buy No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
like a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you did, because you were complaining about your frames.
Yep.
That's right.
I no longer can complain about my frames because they redid everything in Vulkan instead of OpenGL.
Much better.
It runs so well now.
So is it worth it?
Yeah, they've done so many improvements to this game.
It's
But,
the game that it should have been.
Yeah, on the graphics side of things, they completely redid the graphics menu, added a lot of options, and added HDR support.
Oh, nice.
Though it's kind of hosed right now. Like
No.
in one of the planets looked great, and I flew to another planet, and everything's like bright, hot pink. And it's like, that's not right. So I turn off HDR, and everything looks normal.
Oh.
So they'll probably patch that eventually. But besides that, it runs so much better now. It runs so smoothly.
But
it's
is it
really
fun?
cool. Yeah.
That's
The
convincing.
octave that you answered that in makes me think that you're not serious.
I only every once in a while I'll boot up that game, run around, fly out into space, and then I'm like, I don't know what else to do here.
So the open
Sounds about right.
sandbox isn't everything that it's cracked up to be?
Well, it is if you put the work into it. I'm
Yep.
not the kind of
Yeah.
person. I want somebody to hold my hand and show me what to do.
In that game, you have to create your own objectives. And
Not necessarily. There's like a story. For
How's
it.
the
is there?
building?
Yeah.
How's the building mechanic in that game? Can you build your own bases?
You
and
can
stuff?
now.
Yeah, that's stuff they added after.
Is it? Do you kind of top out with that? You build like one central thing and then you're done, or could you literally build an entire city if you wanted to?
So I watched this YouTube video and somebody
know.
built like a cyberpunk type city, like with neon lights everywhere. It was awesome, and I can't believe they did that in No Man's Sky.
So could somebody theoretically like stumble onto that planet that he built?
Yeah, you can now.
Can you like mark it in people's like waypoints? Oh, interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so now there's multiplayer support. There's VR support now. They've added a bunch of. They added a new social hub. They added new missions, technology trees. They've really done a lot to add to this game. And if I had the time, I would totally play it because it looks really pretty and it's really kind of fun. But
Nice.
I'm playing Wolfenstein instead.
All right. James,
What's up?
this is your intro.
Oh yeah. You can find me on Twitter at JDD Jensen. I actually had a the Vive Pro installed at my house, and I had the house to myself for an entire week. I booted it up twice the entire time.
What a waste.
Dude, it wasn't appealing to me at all. I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I got off my Adderall, but like, it just wasn't appealing to me. I had so many more like real life things to do around my house than to boot up that game. I've officially kicked the habit of RimWorld. I'm no longer playing that game. I have kicked it 20 minutes ago when I got here.
Okay, yeah,
Well
right.
done.
No, it's probably a good like 2 weeks now since I've booted it up.
2 weeks? Wow. Are you going to like RimWorld's Anonymous or something?
No, it's
What about
the
that new
Adderall.
mod? What
That
about
was-
that new mod that just came out?
I know
Jokes.
you're kidding. Okay.
I think he's kidding.
Yeah.
Now he's
my
got to check.
Look at
my latest
you.
game was Dodgeball. So yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like if there was any games that I've been playing lately. So I've been trying to get back into Breath of the Wild. Ooh, how exhausting that is. I ordered all the NFC tags that are compatible to that game. I got them on like little plastic cards that are
Yeah.
like an inch big.
I have those.
Yeah, they're freaking rad.
I know.
It's like
But-
cheating.
Dude, I can't get out of the Great Plateau because it's so exhausting to think about playing that game again.
That game is so big.
It's almost too big.
Yeah,
And-
almost.
And I'm looking at it, it's just like I beat one shrine.
I feel like that game is another one where what you want to do depends on you. You kind of create your own objectives.
Yeah.
There's a main story you can go through, but there's so much other world there for you to explore that unless you're the kind of person that's like, I want to see what's over there. I want to see what's over there.
And see, I already
want to
did
see what's
that.
over there. You know,
I used to love open world games. I'm kind of swinging back the other way now. I really like linear games.
Was God of War open world?
Kind of both.
ish. Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of see if they made Breath of the Wild like how it kind of led you to the elephant in the beginning is like a light handhold. If they would have done that with this game, I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
And was there a
actually.
hook shot in this game? Was this one of the
No.
first Zeldas that
No
didn't have a
hook
hook shot?
I don't remember there being a hook shot.
No hook shot.
Oh, wow.
I know. I loved the hook shot.
Plot twist. Outside of that, I know I'm going to remember, a game. I've been playing Rome Total War on my iPad. I've been reading a lot of comic books lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rimsicle, been playing on my iPad. Just a lot of iPad games. Really, just one-off games. Just living life. I feel like I'm Owen, wearing more gray.
There you go.
But you know who never wears gray is our host. His name is Tony.
He's wearing gray right now.
I have gray shorts on right now.
and a gray shirt.
Nobody else can see that, guys. Come on,
It's
man.
gray and blue.
Nobody-
It's
nobody
green
else
and
can see
blue.
that.
No,
Oh,
gray's a
that's
nice
green.
base color, so for shorts it's perfectly appropriate.
It's the new beige.
Nobody can see
It's
that.
the new vanilla base.
Gray, the new beige.
Nobody can see that.
There's actually a color called greige that you can get for your house.
Sounds gross.
You find it at the Home Depot.
Gray and
aisle
beige.
number 18.
Greige.
Did you invent that?
No, I only heard about it recently. I thought it was very not cool.
Do you just love it?
Nope, I don't wear it at all.
He paints his body in it every
I think it's
night.
just a paint. I would buy a shirt, and if I could, I would. I'm admitting that right now.
Check me out on Twitter at QuadTTony. Here on the Gadget Spotter every week on the Geek Show as well. Gaming wise, I have been playing Watch Dogs 2, and that's been quite a bit of fun actually. I'm enjoying that game a lot more than I thought I would. I think I'm about 2 missions away from finishing it, give or take, and really enjoying that one actually. And then what else? Actually, that might be kind of it. Oh, I take it back. I went on a trip last week, 2 weeks ago, to my in-laws' cabin, and I took my Switch, and along the way I picked up, a couple weeks earlier I picked up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So I put some time into that on the Switch, and it's pretty good. It's just pretty much a hack and slash Marvel game. It's not very deep, but the story seems kind of interesting so far. It's kind of another.
It's in like the same vein of like Diablo, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where it's just.
it plays a little bit like Diablo, not as good.
But it's more
if I'm
fun
being
with the
honest.
more people you have to play, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
the heroes interact with
It's
each
more
other.
fun with co-op for sure, and the story revolves around the Infinity Stones, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'd say it's more of a $30 game than a $60 game.
Yeah, which, by the way, I'm irritated that Link's Awakening is going to be the full $60 too.
Well, it's a new game.
Eh,
I mean, all they had to
got a
do,
new skin on it.
all they had to go on was the idea of the other game. It had to do a new game engine, new implementation of all the physics, all the
I
everything.
don't care about that.
Okay, whatever.
Did you see though that it's the Game Boy Color version? You get the extra
Yeah.
temple and
Which
all
is
that fun
which
stuff.
is good.
Yeah, which is good is not a sentence. I disagree with.
Which is good, I don't know. Yeah, so that's about it. I haven't been playing a whole lot of anything else. I've been catching up on my comic book reading and some TV shows. Let's see. So we needed to talk about our Patreon subscribers because they are the best. Jaron, that's you.
The biased. What is Patreon? Where can you find it? And all that fun stuff.
If you
always.
like us and want to donate to our show, go to patreon.com/gadgetspot
Boom. Or our website.
or our website. And we
Which
got a
is?
link there, which is gadgetspot.net.
Mm-hmm.
And if you donate $6 or more, we read your name on the show. So here we go. Thank you, AJ Jasper, David Broshinsky, and Aaron Young. Thank you. Aaron, I already said Aaron Young. Yeah.
You get 2.
You get 2. Josh Sidaway, Splinter, Hardware, Adam Hecht, Ryan Baker, Aaron Faulkner, Hollow Knight, Adam Foote, Spencer Knowlton. Even though he hates the Magic Mouse, Jaron is Ichiban Apple fanboy, Ryan McQueen, Michael Beck, Jeffrey Kale, Roger Allen, Austin Beauregard, and Conrad Southworth. Thank you, guys. I'm hardened. It didn't bother me this time.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next week you won't be as hardened.
Skin of leather.
Beauregard.
There it is.
There it is.
Thought I was
All
going
right.
to forget it. I was
Nope.
just looking at this.
Thank you so much, Patreon backers. You are the best.
You're the best.
And let's see. I believe we have a couple of emails
We do.
Yep.
this week. Why don't we have James read one and Owen can read one?
I can read it. I just don't know where to find it. So I'm going to have somebody else pull it up.
Oh, there we
Read the-
go.
read-
Can I read
that
the first one?
Wait, that's should Owen read that one?
Nah.
Since
Here we go.
who's it from?
Derek Owen. No, Aaron.
What?
No, he's the one who
I
wrote
read
it.
the last name first.
Okay.
Oh,
I like how this is starting out.
Aaron.
Okay.
Okay. So I just returned Drifty Joy-Cons to Nintendo for repairs free. How many? Give me a second. Hold on.
You need to imply some grammar so that that makes
wait.
better radio.
No, it's janking on me. So I just returned my drifty joy. Can you?
I'll read it.
No, there's something goofy with your screen.
You do this stuff on purpose when you hand it
cut
to
off.
me.
There we go.
So I just returned my drifty Joy-Cons to Nintendo for repairs for free. How many of the podcast panel have returned theirs? Are you worried if the spare controllers will drifty while wait repairs return?
Is there any punctuation
best.
in that email?
There is.
I have not returned any of my drifties.
James's brain automatically removes the punctuation.
Yes, so.
No, I get nervous because I know you guys are going to judge me. So what I do is I just spit it out as fast as I can. And guess
You
what? You
read
guys
it.
can't judge me no more.
You read that like Siri.
I don't even know what to say. So, Jaron, why don't you read that email so I have some
No,
context?
I read it just fine.
You did. You did a great
I
job.
understood what I read.
Email
good
subject:
job, James.
Joy-Con, the consumer strikes back.
Okay.
From Aaron Esau.
That's
It had a subject line?
sounds like a Star Wars reference.
Shoot.
That's why I appreciate it.
Nice.
So I just returned my drifty Joy-Cons to Nintendo for repair for free. How many of the podcast panel have returned theirs? Probably 0. I haven't returned mine.
I haven't either.
It takes effort.
I don't even know if I think I don't have drifty ones.
I
think
don't.
got
Are you still using your first pair of Joy-Cons?
Yeah.
Are you still using?
I am, but I don't play it enough to probably.
No, you returned your left Joy-Con twice, didn't you?
Not for drifty joystick, but I
For
did it for
connectivity and shit.
connectivity.
Yeah.
Right.
Would we call it the Drifty 50?
He says, "Are you worried that any of your spare controllers will go drifty while you wait for your repaired set to return? Best of all regards, Aaron."
Thanks, Aaron, for writing in.
Boom.
Are you related to someone on this panel?
That's my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's it like having
It's
a
like
brother?
it's good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
Should
So
try it out.
I would say that none of us have sent him in, so we don't have much to say on this email.
Yeah, I haven't had to.
Yeah.
He's had epic adventures with his Switch. His
Trying to get it fixed for things?
I'm
or
gonna
what?
tell the story. I'm sorry if that
Stealing
blows,
his thunder.
if that blows his cover, but he recently had his Switch repaired.
Okay.
Had to send it into Apple. They
He sent
execute-
his Switch into Apple.
Wait,
yeah,
is-
lost everything because he didn't pay
Wait.
he didn't pay for the backup because he wasn't going to do that. And they're
Why
like,
did he send it to Apple, though?
Well, because it stopped working.
The Switch
The whole Switch
to Apple.
I mean, not to Apple. I'm like, what the heck,
this
guys?
what-
Why are you?
why you keep asking me
He
this?
sent it to Nintendo, not to Apple.
Let me just
Okay.
slow
He sent it to
down.
Apple. He sent it to Apple because he thought, hey, maybe they'll give me something. No, he sent it to Nintendo.
Okay.
He sent it to Nintendo to execute the warranty.
That would be funny though if he did send it to Apple.
And
They're
he's-
just
and
like,
they're-
what do we
I
do
wonder
with
how much
this?
stuff they
What
get
is
like
this?
that, where they're like, well,
They'd be like, "What is this
Thank
new
you.
pair of hardware that
Yeah.
we have invented?
yeah,
This is our future.
finally, we can take it apart and figure it out.
This is mine now." You
So
see how they got rid of the Blu-ray?
So he sent it in, and you guys give me the weirdest guess why you can imagine that a Switch would stop working.
Weirdest
Guess.
You
Like,
put peanut
what would-
butter in the fans.
It's pretty close, okay?
Yeah, I was
You
going
let
to
your
say
kids-
something down the fan vent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not even paying attention.
Okay. That's
way to go,
pretty good.
Jaron.
That's
You
as good
read
of a-
the email.
That's as good of a reason as any. So his kid lost in the game she was playing
Okay.
and bit it.
Wait a minute. They cover that under the warranty?
No,
Okay.
but he just didn't say that. It just stopped-
teeth marks?
No, it just broke something. I don't know, but anyway, Nintendo honored the warranty and got him a new device.
Wow.
Bit?
She bit it.
Like, will you tell me where she bit it?
Probably
I
on the
think
corner.
Had to be an edge because
Or
the
an edge, yeah.
cracked glass would have been a telltale sign.
It
But-
has plastic.
Has there been a
Plastic,
history
whatever.
of biting?
You know, yeah, I probably.
You have a history
Yeah.
of biting.
Would you shoot him a text right now and see what he says?
No, I'm gonna let him get it.
Listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this on him, and then he's gonna be like, "Dude, you told my story." If Nintendo ever listens to that,
So he's had to send his main unit in and now his Joy-Cons.
now his Joy-Cons.
I-
So he
wow.
lost all of his save game data when we sent his Nintendo in. But he's like, it's kind of nice going back through Zelda again. I'm like, it is, because that's not what I get from people that have played it.
No.
But maybe he's enjoying the adventure again.
I just want to be those technicians that open up that package for the first time.
They're like, I know those are teeth marks.
What?
Those look like teeth marks.
I guess it was an edge. She did something on the edge, but she bit it and broke something, and it wouldn't. It was right by the power port, so
Oh.
it had something to do with that. But that's the
The power port's on the bottom.
I don't know.
Like in the middle.
I don't know.
She's just like,
I don't know. I don't know if it was a nervous tick and she's like crunch, or if she just had a habit of like gnawing on it. Like
that is
I don't know,
really
but
weird.
but I know that the reason why it stopped working was because it was chewed
That's funny.
by a child, though.
Wait,
not a
chewed
dog.
or bit?
Bit.
Those are two different things.
I think that it had been happening for a while. So I'm going to say once you bite something more than
It's
once,
become chewed.
you're chewing it.
Yes.
I went with the technical.
Like an Applebee's steak, you can bite and then chew.
Usually you have to chew it. All
I
right.
don't
We got another email, though.
Yeah, we do.
Owen, why don't
Let me
you read
pull that
this,
up. Hold on. Which one is it, Jaron?
I'll read it. You want me to read
Is it the
Let me
one-
redeem myself.
It's
So-
Lang.
Oh yeah, so it's Lang. So honorable mention to Dick Messerly. He's the guy. He's the one that sent us in about the bio today.
Oh, yeah.
So
Thanks, Dick.
thanks for that email, Dick. That was awesome. This one is from Lang, and he used our web portal to submit this one, right, James? You forward this over from Lang. It looks like
Sure.
Did it work?
it totally worked. You can contact us.
do it.
The contact us through the website.
9 times out of 10.
Good job, James.
No, it's worked every
Yeah.
time.
Where's our website?
You can go to thegadgetspot.net.
Scroll to the bottom. You can ask us
Yeah.
any question, no matter how personal. We'll answer it.
70% of the time it works every time.
So I like that it says there's a kind of a form they fill out and says first name. He just goes Lang with 3 exclamation points. I'm not going to yell because we'll peak on that board if we do. But he says message. Now I get you guys each week, which is nice.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. So he says, so if you remember the last time we talked about his email, he was talking about Tim World.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah,
Tim World?
Tim World.
So he gives a little more context there. He goes, first of all, first off, you guys called it. I got a promotion at work, and they provided me with a new phone, and it was an iPhone because we were talking about how this was
the
an
typos,
autocorrect. Yeah.
Yes.
And,
autocorrect
Wait.
fails.
Can we also say that Jaron set me up for that one too? I read that one and it made me look stupid. I read very
I'm
good.
seeing a pattern.
No. Yes. Yes. With that, you are.
I'm not.
Why
I'm
are
not.
you setting me up?
I am not some evil mastermind, James.
Yeah, you're giving way too much
You're
credit.
you're the opposite
You had
of
your
what a
head
mastermind
cocked when you
is.
said that.
He's not an evil mastermind. He's just evil.
It's like, he goes, do you think he plans it all out?
When you say it with your head cocked like that, all your words come out italicized.
Which means sarcastic.
You're Dr. Claw.
All right.
I got that. That's an Inspector Gadget reference. I got that the last time you used it too. Anyway, all right. He continues. It was an iPhone. It was an iPhone. ... Sigh. Which
he's not loving his iPhone.
and that's what I wrote it on while on the bus ride home. Hence Tim World. It gets unlimited data that I don't have to pay for. So the main things.
Totally worth it.
So the main things I used for an iPhone are as follows: a coaster, a doorstop, hot pad, dog toy, bidet tester, and Pokemon Go. I will now know.
And Pokemon.
I will now more than ever not understand your delusion, Jaron.
What delusion?
Moving on. Question time.
I recommend the Pixel to most people. What delusion?
I don't know.
The vein is coming out.
Jared's getting upset.
Moving on. Question time. If you were given a sacrilegious amount of money, meaning there's no way you could spend it all, and you had to spend it on improving only one room in your home, which room and what would you do? I.e., dream game room, office that looked like the Star Trek bridge,
Home theater.
or maybe a fully automatic garage.
I don't think
Home
I'm
theater.
He says, keep casting. See you at FanX. Lang.
Am I allowed?
Thanks, Lang.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, so I trust all you listeners not to say anything. I've been inside what's his name home, Brandon Sanderson.
Yep. You know where I'm
and
going.
His personal theater.
I'm jealous,
Is-
by the way.
Amazing. It is out of this world. His whole underground bunker. It's amazing. I'm not going to go too much more into depth because I don't know how much you can talk. Oh my gosh.
How did you
I want
go
that.
there? And can I come?
I'll tell
a
you
sh-
after the podcast.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I would definitely do the home entertainment room.
I'll see if I can pull.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
I have
what
my-
would,
I have
that's what I
mine.
would
'Cause
sink all my
that-
money in.
I have mine,
That
and
can be.
it's-
That could be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You guys are like
Getting ahead
How
of
about
myself.
we do?
you guys are like Wayne.
No,
and
mine's
McMurray.
good. Mine's good enough to wait. It really is.
All right.
I was
I've
just
been
going to
thinking about
say,
it.
home entertainment room can double as a home theater, a nice gaming room.
Yeah, exactly,
and
gaming
all
room.
of that.
I guess if I had to be specific, I would do a gaming room over a home theater. Yep.
Now we're talking sacrilegious amounts of money. And
Sacrilegious.
and
I want mine
James
underground.
brought up the reference that I was going to use. I would turn one room in my house, into a giant elevator down to my massive underground Brandon Sanderson-esque fortress.
Gentleman's Club.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a better
Where I could have all the
question-
things. Spend all that money. I could spend it all. Don't tell me I can't.
Don't tell me
Don't tell me I live my life.
Maybe a better way of answering that question is how would our significant others spend that money? Because like to have us answer, we're all going to answer the same. But
Mine's
like
easy,
my
just
wife
repaint.
wants the double bedroom from The Great Gatsby, the kind that has like the upstairs is where you keep the clothes, but it also looks down to the
Gatsberry?
Gatsby.
Gatsby. I said Gat.
My wife would just have.
No, you said Gatsberry.
My wife
Fake-
would just have the
fake
walls
news.
repainted in perpetuity.
Just every week a new
Every
color.
other day,
Oh, geez.
would just have the rooms repainted.
This one's magenta.
I think my wife would be down with home theater, actually.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I
That'd
hope.
be awesome.
I hope.
I hope.
It's going to happen.
Maybe that lifetime supply of maybe if you combine that with that lifetime supply of Olive Garden, I could get into that home theater system.
Actually, my wife, she cares about it, but she doesn't realize she cares about it. Because
Because
when she
Always
went from
just had it.
when she went from 1080p to 4K, she's like, I don't notice the difference. Then when she goes back to something blurry, she's like, oh, this looks terrible.
You're
Yep.
like, that's 1080p. That's 1080p you're looking at.
it's not
and they-
4K. It's
And
not
they're
what
like,
we
oh,
have.
really? Yeah.
Yep. All right. Very cool. Thank you for writing in, Aaron and Aaron. Their both
Yeah.
first name is Aaron. Okay. So this week we have some fun stuff to talk about as well. Why don't we kick it off with some Thrifty 50 action?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Ooh, baby. It's my turn this month.
Yep.
And I thought long and hard. I complained to Tony many times, and Tony's like, you'll figure it out. And guess what? He was right.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
What
How
you,
long
I don't
did
know
it
what
take
were
you?
worried about?
Took me a couple weeks.
I'm super interested in this one too.
Yeah, so this is called the Lutron Aurora. Lutron is a company that makes a lot of smart home tech. But the Lutron Aurora is a dimmable light switch that works specifically with Philips Hue bulbs. So,
Is that the only smart light bulb it works with?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have Philips Hue bulbs that are in a just a normal toggle switch in your house, so not on like a lamp or anything where you toggle on the lamp itself. So it doesn't work with the panel light switches, but it works with the old style. What are they called, Owen?
So not the rocker.
Yeah,
but
not
just
the
regular,
rocker.
just the regular switch.
Yeah, the little thingy that protrudes out from the wall.
When you think of a classic light switch,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's that.
Yep. So it fits over that and clamps onto it. It's super easy to install. You don't need to take off the panel or anything. You have this little screw that tightens against the switch, and that's what anchors it to the switch. And it comes with like one of those watch batteries that lasts 3 years.
Okay.
And it connects wirelessly to your Philips Hue bridge, and it allows you to pair it to specific Philips Hue bulbs in your house, and that's how it'll turn it on and off. So you put your light switch to the on position, clamp it on, and put the switch over it, and since it's always in on position, it always has power to the Philips Hue bulbs, and you can dim it and turn it on and off from this Lutron Aurora.
So it basically takes over the place of the switch,
Yeah.
like the duties of the
Yep.
switch.
And it's a round circle thing. It looks really
Yeah, I said duty.
Looks like a classic dimmer switch.
Yeah, it looks
right?
like a classic dimmer switch. It's the twisty action is extremely smooth. I'm surprised how smooth it feels when you twist it. And it has a button on the face to turn it on or off. And of course, this twisting is for the dimming. Anyway, it's built very well, extremely easy to install, works 100% of the time.
Did you have to connect it with an app? Is that how you associate with the Hue?
Yeah, you connect it with the Philips Hue app, so you don't need to download another Lutron app or
oh,
anything
that's
like that.
cool.
Yeah.
It took 1 or 2 tries for it to pair successfully, but once it paired, I haven't had a single issue with it. I absolutely love it. I give it a 10 out of 10.
How many devices can you hook to one switch?
It depends on how it's paired in your app. So I could this can control every single light in my house, assuming I had it set up that way in the Philips Hue app.
Create like zones in
Yeah.
the Philips Hue app,
Yep,
and you
exactly.
can control
But
one
t-
zone with this
Yep.
switch.
Right. As long as all the power switches were flipped on.
Yep, exactly.
So
Yeah.
technically you keep it on the same circuit that your lights are attached to so that you can dim, so you know where, because you
That would
associate,
make
you,
sense,
you
yeah.
come down the stairs and you go to reach to flip the light on or off. You're trying to turn on a specific set of lights. You could technically associate the Lutron with any of these
Yeah.
Philips Hue, but you keep it to the ones that are on that circuit. That way you dim that one in that area.
Yeah, so I have it connected to 2 Hue bulbs because it's on one circuit, and it's been great. I love it. Like I said, 10 out of 10. It costs $40 normally, so it's a bit pricey, but then again, you don't have to get a smart switch to do it, and it's extremely easy to install. This type of thing you could probably find on sale every now and then, so I bet you could find it for $30 eventually. But
How much are the bulbs individually? Are they like $46-ish?
well, don't you have to buy a kit first?
Do you really have
with
to buy
like
a kit?
a hub thing?
No, the Hues don't need a hub.
They're self-sufficient, aren't they?
Yeah.
they don't need a hub, but if you buy a hub, it makes
Helps
some
to-
things easier. It makes it HomeKit compatible for one, if you're into that sort of thing. I have a hub, and I really don't know how it works without a hub.
I have one bulb in my house because I got it for free.
So, yeah, they have color bulbs. They have non-color bulbs.
Yeah.
The color
Yeah.
bulbs are pretty expensive. They're like $30-$40.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
40.
that's the $46.
Yeah.
I think you can buy a pack of I was just looking at 9 of them for like $40, give or take a little bit. Just the white ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
The white ones you can find for pretty cheap.
Now, are they automatically dimmable?
Yeah,
Okay.
You can get 9 for like $40.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
if you can
Yeah.
find them on sale.
They used
yeah.
to be a lot more
Well,
expensive.
yeah, considering though light bulbs used to be like $1 for a 4-pack.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yes,
but those
those
were
days.
garbage incandescent bulbs.
great product. If this suits your needs, I wholly recommend it.
It's
Nice.
I'm thinking about picking this up after I saw the link, and it really does look like a classic dimmer switch. Like it's not something that's kind of bulky or sticks out.
I
very
like
far.
the
Yeah.
dial knob on it.
Yeah.
The jank factor is 0.
Makes you feel
it's great.
fancy.
right.
And it was so easy to install. Even I could do it the first try.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was professionally installed, like
Aw.
on purpose.
Thank you.
On
I'm
the
not-
first try?
Yeah.
Yep, first try.
I'm not giving that credit to you. That's the design of it.
Aw.
That wasn't because you're
I
good.
accept
That's
it anyway.
because-
I don't care.
That's because it was designed well. It's not because you're handy.
You guys are mean to each other.
Oh,
I did that for you, James.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Let's move on to.
Can I just say, I love slickdeals.com, man. Slickdeals and wirecutter.com. You introduced me to both those websites.
Yeah, I'm
Those
on there
websites are amazing.
all the time.
Yeah, if you need a website to peruse because you're already at work or you're on your way to work, go to slickdeals.com or wirecutter.com. I said what I
Wirecutter.
said.
Those wire dudders.
So did I.
Let's talk about some gaming stuff. We got the RTX stuff from NVIDIA at Gamescom this week. I guess it would be last week. They announced a few things for the RTX cards that are some games that were not previously announced to have ray tracing capabilities. And one of the big ones they announced is Minecraft.
It looks so ridiculously good now.
It's weird.
Does Minecraft still have a big audience with kids?
Yeah,
It's
it
come
does.
back, so it kind of fell out. And then if you follow all the memes on Twitter or on Reddit, now it's coming back.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently it's a thing.
Microsoft a couple days ago or last week, they announced that they were dropping support for the Super Duper graphics pack, which was a bummer.
Which was that's what they were reskinning it as before, right?
Yeah.
That was
Where-
their project where they were like, look, we're gonna redo Minecraft.
Was that the actual name for it? The Super Duper?
something
Yeah,
like
super
that.
duper
Yeah.
graphics pack, something like that.
And then a few days later, NVIDIA's like, oh, ray tracing for Minecraft. And I
Right.
think it makes it look better than what that graphics pack was going to do anyway.
Yeah.
The one downside is before the graphics pack was platform agnostic. It didn't matter what graphics
Yeah,
card
it's
you
true.
had. Now it's
Yeah, the software solution would have been for all
and it wasn't
platforms.
ray tracing either though.
No.
It was just like high res textures, things like that.
Yep.
But this is just
Looks
adding
so
ray
good.
tracing, and it looks really good.
So ray traced, global illumination, reflections, the whole shebang.
The whole thing, yeah. And then they also announced support for, we already knew Control was going to have it, and that is looking really, really good.
So excited for that.
Watch Dogs Legion, I think that was I don't think that was announced to have ray tracing when it
don't
was announced at
think so.
E3. So that one will have ray tracing now, and it looks like it'll be using it for reflections.
It looks,
It looks really good.
yeah, it's like a neon city that's drenched in water. It looks really good.
Yeah, and then Dying Light 2, which I'm really excited for. I really liked the first Dying Light game. That'll be using it for what did it say? I want to say global illumination as well. They're not saying specifically on there. It just says we'll have ray tracing. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that was mentioned when they announced it a couple weeks ago, so we knew that one was in the pipe already.
I didn't know they were doing ray tracing for that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I read a little bit a couple weeks ago on that. And then Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, which is one of those games that kind of came out of nowhere about 6 or 8 months ago that nobody had heard of, that they were doing a sequel to Bloodlines 1. And this got people really excited because I guess that was kind of a cult classic. I never played it, but whenever I've read about people that have played that game, they always talk about it with like this reverence. You know,
What
like,
kind of a game did
Vampire
you
the
say it is?
Masquerade.
Is it like a horror game or
It's
what
like
is it?
it's like an urban fantasy horror RPG.
Oh, that sounds
Is
cool.
it-
Yeah, so
different?
you play a vampire, I think, or maybe you can play one of a couple different races anyway. But there's like modern day cities, and you interact with humans and vampires and werewolves and you know those kinds of things.
I'm only in it if there's some kind of dating sim. If it's set in a high school and I get to be Buffy.
yes, that's sounds like you're not in it then. Dang it. The new Metro Exodus DLC, the 2 kernels, supports a new ray traced effect.
Really?
Yeah. So it's going to have basically.
Wait, what do you mean a new ray tracing
It's
effect?
an enhanced version of what they had with the global illumination lighting.
So is that a patch for the original game too?
It does not say. I'm going to say probably not because that'd be probably a lot of work to put in.
Rats.
What? No.
Yeah.
That's not how ray tracing works.
There's
We're going
another
backwards.
new game that they announced called Synced Off Planet. I have no idea what this is about, but it's going to have
You're
ray
actually
tracing.
you're going to be a plumber. Yeah, you're going to be a plumber and you're going to go planet to planet. You're going to be installing sinks.
This sounds like Mario Brothers.
Yep. Except in this world, you don't have Goombas.
No. Well, I'm not playing if there's no Goombas.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, a couple of announcements there. There's some really good looking stuff. Ray tracing is definitely the way of the future for video game graphics, but I still feel like it's a little bit premature because
It limits you to the PC platform right now, right?
Well, for now, but the
For
next
Nvidia specifically.
yeah,
But
but the next consoles all say they're going to have ray tracing. So
in some form. Like,
yeah, in some form.
Is ray tracing really worth the price tag right now? Though?
Well, that's
well,
the thing.
I know
good.
So
I know
here's-
it's nice, but like, is it going to make
That's what I
playing Minecraft that much better?
It's not going
No.
to make your Minecraft experience
Is it going
any
to be
better.
something you're going
but
to forget about 10 minutes in?
that's what I was going to say is that right now ray tracing is still kind of a hard sale because there's only like 7 games that support it right now as of this recording, and we keep seeing all these announcements for games that will support it down the line, and as they come out it will make it more worth it.
But does
to dive in.
But Jaron, when you play, are you constantly? I mean, you're in the thick of your what's that first person shooter you're playing?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. You're in the thick of that, and you're running from something. I mean, do you take time to be like, oh, these graphics are amazing? Like when your heart's up and the adrenaline's up, like is that something that you could still play the game and have a fun time with it?
Yes,
Like
for
whereas
me.
ray tracing, like
Yeah.
ray tracing, you
Completely.
constantly- really,
Yeah.
Ray
both.
tracing's that good that
I'm
you
the same way.
really
It looks, yeah. If there's anything that will make me buy a game, it's support for ray tracing.
seeing the reflection of yourself get killed by a headshot.
What was the last leap in technology that when you guys were playing a video game, you actually took a step back and you were like, wow, this is cool?
Ray tracing.
Was it ray tracing?
Mine,
yeah, by
mine was
far.
when they did Halo 3.
Mine-
When they changed the Xbox.
That they're like, wow, they finally put this game out?
no, that I saw the graphics and went, wow.
Mine was the 3DFX Voodoo card back in the 90s. When we got that,
No, your most recent.
yeah.
That's your most recent one that made you go,
Wow.
holy crap.
Uh-huh.
So ray tracing didn't do it for you?
No, besides
about-
ray tracing.
Oh, besides ray tracing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the time that you had VR goggles on and you were screaming, I'm a god, while while flying a drone?
I said that?
Yeah.
I have it on video.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Go
That's the Space Pirates, right?
Go to YouTube and go to YouTube and search Gadget Spot drone and it'll pull it right
Oh,
up.
that's right, because we were flying that
Oh,
drone
yeah,
around.
that
Remember that
was-
one time you held
yeah.
the controller for 2 seconds and
Be
dropped it?
hungry. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that too. Yeah.
I'm a god.
I think if aside from ray tracing, for me was probably that's a tough one. Yeah, that's tough because I started with the N64, so I never had the 2D to 3D wow. You know,
yeah.
I played some stuff on the SNES and NES and Genesis at friends' houses, but the first system I owned was an N64, and so yeah, it was probably more of the effects, not so much the graphics. Like the first time I popped in Turok 2, and I blew the head off of a lizard man. You're like, wow! I was like, oh my gosh! So there was that.
At like 20 frames per second.
Yeah, if that. It was probably more like
That's
12.
Same era as GoldenEye. That blew my mind.
GoldenEye, same thing, because with GoldenEye, the way that the bad guys reacted when you shot them, like you shoot them in the leg and they'd reach down and grab their leg and be like, oh, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so real.
Yeah, for me, like in the 90s, going from
They're
like
bureaucrats. I don't respect their opinions.
going from like the original Doom and the original Wolfenstein to like Jedi Knight with 3D accelerated
Yeah.
hardware, it was just like, wow, look at the high resolution, look at these textures, look at the
Yeah, so it's hard to, I can't think of one where it totally blew my mind.
I want to say mine was Battlefield 1 when I first went in and I really looked at the texture of the water and I looked at like when I got shot, like mud would. And given that I stopped playing video games for a little while and then I hopped in, and my gosh.
Probably made more of a difference, yeah, doing it
I
that
was
way.
like, this is too real. Now now because I'm playing these video games, they're making me aggressive in real life, so I need to stop.
No,
No.
that's not how it works.
You were
is
like,
that-
you were like, now this
Oh.
is too real. Now let me jump my tank, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip my
Let me
tank.
flip my tank
Strip
and
it
fly
and
it through
flip
the
it
air.
over. Okay, another interesting thing that I found this week that has to do with gaming. If you go to Steam, okay, and you click on, I believe I'm going to pull it up right here. If you click on Steam, after you open it on the upper right-hand side, we'll let this load, there is an option there that says Stats. And
Uh-oh. They're going to tell you your game log.
no, so it applies to all of Steam. It will tell you the top 10 games played over whatever period of time.
Oh, hey, that's interesting.
You want to look. And it starts with the top 10, but you can go all the way out to the top 100. So let's see. Is it not Steam? Oh, which one was it?
That'd be interesting to somebody like me that really wants to just play what other people think are really good, because I don't form my own opinions very well.
And that's, well, see, and I stumbled upon this because I was curious what older games still got a lot of play currently. And
StarCraft.
well, it doesn't have StarCraft because that's Blizzard BattleNet only. Why can't I find the? Oh, sorry, it's Store. Click on Store, and then at the bottom is Stats.
I don't want to see my stats.
And
It just
no,
makes
like
me
I said,
sad.
it's people playing on the
Is
Steam
RimWorld
platform.
on there? Is RimWorld?
RimWorld is on there.
Get out.
If you click on the show 100 instead of just top 10,
Darn it. I would have thought that I would have put my time towards something that was popular.
RimWorld is on there.
What number is it?
It doesn't have it numbered, but it looks like it's kind of in the middle, so probably 40 something.
Neat.
So it'll tell you right now, RimWorld currently has,
My laptop, I want to see this.
as we speak, there are 13,808 people playing RimWorld on
Don't
Steam.
do it. Don't do it, James. James,
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh,
don't go in it.
I take it back. That's the peak. It peaked at 13,000 today, and currently there are 11,000.
You're not alone. There's 13,000 other people just like you.
There's dozens of us.
11,181 people playing RimWorld right now.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And
about
so it was interesting to me because I clicked on it, and what do you think the number one game is played on Steam right now?
Call of Duty.
On Steam is probably either Counter-Strike or Dota.
No Man's Sky.
You got the top two right there, James.
Oh, for real?
Number one, Dota 2. Number two, Counter-Strike Global
If I had
Offensive.
to take a blind guess at number 3, it's either PUBG
Yeah, it's
or...
PUBG.
Really?
Yeah, what's number 4? CV
Whoa,
number
this
4.
is good.
It's not Arc. Is
Too much
no,
Twitter,
it's not
dude.
Arc. Is it it probably wouldn't be a Civ. It's
You're not gonna get this one.
I don't know.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, I don't care about that.
And get this, number 5 game, and this was the same the other day when I looked.
Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Holy cow! Really?
That game is old, and it's because it has I guess a really interesting online component.
They redid the casino,
and
or
they just
whatever.
they just launched the casino update, and all the updates to that game I believe are free. So they have people coming back to that all the time. Number 6 is Rust, which I didn't know people still played that game that much. Number 6 played game on Steam in the last 48 hours, and then Warframe. That's another interesting one. Warframe is free to play, and it came out like 8 years ago, and they've just been building on it ever since, and it's got a really big following.
You say Warframe is free?
Yeah, Warframe's free.
I'm gonna download that right now.
Team Fortress 2 is number 8.
Still?
Have you guys
Yep.
played that in a while?
I have not played
I
that.
haven't played it
in
since, like,
years.
Hold up.
2006.
Do we all have computers that can play it?
Yeah.
Why don't we set up a Gadget Spot gaming night, and so we can actually play with everybody?
That could be fun.
Okay, so Gadget Spotters, go on to Steam and download a free game, Team Fortress 2,
And we have organized none of this yet, so
Right.
and it will happen sometime in the future. Stay tuned.
Number 9, No Man's Sky. Number 9 played game in the last 48 hours. And number 10 is Ark Survival.
Oh, I was
My
close.
kid loves that game.
So, yeah, but I mean, we're still talking pretty big numbers. The Ark Survival peaked this in the last 48 hours at 55,900 concurrent players.
Let me tell you how I'm guessing those top games. It has nothing to do with me actually playing. It has everything to do with me. Every time it boots up, every time I turn on my computer, it's the advertisements that are
Telling you
shoved
to
in
play
my
it.
face.
Yeah. How many people do you think during the peak in the last 2 days were on concurrently, simultaneously playing Dota 2? Just
35,000.
Just a guess. Okay, well, number 10 was 48,000, so it's more than 35.
63,000.
On Dota?
Yeah, Dota 2. Just
84,000.
throw a guess out. Keep
100,000.
going. Keep going.
200,000?
Keep going.
Holy cow.
Holy moly. I don't want to know. That makes me sad.
704,000.
But this is
What?
global,
concurrent
right?
players. Yeah, this is global. 704,000 concurrent players.
Can we see how much money Steam is making at any time?
I looked for that because that was the next thing I wanted to know, but no, I couldn't find it. There might be some website out there that tells you, but not on their actual app.
Do you think that people in their shipping department ever get tired of hearing the beeping of the dump trucks that just get pulled up to the dock to drop off all the money?
Dump all the money.
Put it down the hole.
Currently, they have 302,000 people playing Dota 2 as we record this. It's crazy.
It's too many. It's not acceptable.
Guess how many people logged into Steam in the last 48 hours?
Does it really say all this stuff?
Yeah. Guess how many people?
1.5 million.
Keep going.
No.
Times it by 10.
No.
15,852,000 people have logged
Now
into
that's
Steam.
unique people logging in,
Yeah,
right?
uniques. Yep. Currently active are 10 million people.
Guess what? You're about to get another one.
8:30 at night on a Monday. 10 million people active.
A lot of lonely people. No, I mean, that being said, think of how many
Crazy.
people like get home. They just kind of, that's they unplug their brains and they turn on a little games.
Guess what's in the top 100 right now? I think this is in probably the mid 80s of games on Steam.
DuckTales Remastered.
No, Fallout New Vegas.
Whoa.
That game came
I
out
want to
like
know where
12 years ago.
Fallout 4 is on that list.
Fallout 4 was on the list.
Is it higher or lower
last
than
time
Fallout
I
New Vegas?
Checked. It is higher. Fallout 4 is right above Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition, which is right above Borderlands, and they're in the top 50. They're in the top half.
Dude, this is rad. I did not. Dude, stats. I love stats
Yeah,
like this.
stats
This is
are interesting, right?
amazing.
So
Nice. Sid Meier's Civilization 5
What
is
is
still
Dota?
pretty high.
What does Dota stand for?
Defense of the Ancients.
Defense of the Ancients. I had to look
Never been
that
able
up.
to
I've
guess
heard Dota so much,
Yeah.
but I never knew what it stood for.
Well, it started off as just a mod from Warcraft 3.
Right, and then it was the Dota was like an RTS, right? Real time strategy, and now Dota 2 is just arena.
No, I think,
No,
I
it's
think
always
the
been a
first one
MOBA.
was
Oh, okay.
MOBA. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was you'd have to get into Warcraft 3 and then go into like a custom server, and
Yep.
then they'd usually have Dota, and then it was pretty hard to get into in the beginning. But
Yeah, Dota. I remember.
Now it's
I remember
its own
feeling
game.
like Dota was like kind of elite if you knew how to get in and had
Yeah.
like a code, like you knew.
yeah, the majority of the time, in order to fit in, I would just have to create my own game and then play against computers that basically didn't know anything. Now I can play it for free.
That's right. So yeah, I just saw that. I was like, "Hi, we should talk about this. Very interesting."
Install Steam.
All right. So Logitech announced a new couple of keyboards.
Ooh.
And they look good.
They do. So about a year ago, I was on on a search for an attractive wireless keyboard that was mechanical.
You were a year too early.
Yeah, and I
Did
like
you ever find one?
I got my Logitech one, and I like it. I like the look of it. Okay,
Was it like the 513?
You sound a little defeated.
something like that. Yeah, I like it, but I don't love it. But Logitech just announced one. Oh man, it is the most attractive.
Did you see the price?
That's the problem. It is a very attractive wireless keyboard. It's the G915.
It uses their new low profile switches.
Yes, and it's like it's on this flat slab, and the switches are kind of just above it. And it has RGB on a wireless keyboard, which isn't normal.
Yep.
So it looks good. $250. Yeah,
That's paying a lot for the privilege of not having a wire.
but it uses their Lightspeed tech, which supposedly decreases lag by quite a bit. And you can choose from 3 different styles of keys: tactile, linear, or clicky, which is cool.
Yeah, so they have 3 different key types.
Yep.
Because that's the thing is, I like the mechanical keyboard, but I work in an office with other people around, so I can't really have that clicky sound going down all the time. I want
Right.
that like little tactile feedback, but
So that would be the brown, I believe, is what you would want.
whoa, darker. That's what we say, darker. one.
GL tactile. There's brown, white, and red.
Yeah.
So how much do these go for? Did you say?
$250.
Get out.
Yeah, they're crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Dang it, doesn't have the information on here, but the article I read about them, it said time between charging with RGB on was like, it has it on here, is like 30 hours.
That's amazing.
But if you turn RGB off, it's like 150 hours.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Then how will anybody notice you if you have it turned off?
I know, there's no bling if you have it turned off.
Logitech
But-
makes really nice keyboards. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
I love their volume knob that they have on some of
Yep.
their keyboards. My current one doesn't have it. But if this goes on sale,
For
like during
200?
during Black Friday, I'll be so tempted.
Okay,
Can you keep us updated on this, Jaron?
what would be your buy price?
150.
150.
150.
Okay.
Yeah. I am a slave to attractive looking products.
That is the truth.
Yeah, which is why I love Sony so much. Apple has been mentioned too many times. Logitech, they make some nice looking stuff. Oh man,
Yep.
I want it so much.
I'm a big fan. I went with Logitech for my keyboard and my mouse.
I like Logitech because they pedal to both the functional user
Yep, and the gamer.
the gamer.
Yep.
Like I can get something office equipment wise for myself or for an employee. I'm the IT guy. Or they make some really elegant stuff that is really cool gamer tech.
Yeah.
So they kind of play both sides, which I really like because it keeps them in my mind for both sides.
Right. Yeah. They really are the market leader in PC peripherals by far. But yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yep, the G915.
All
boy.
right. Let's see. Is there anything else you guys want to hit on before we call it?
I just want to talk about the one
Disney Plus.
percenters. What? When is that? That doesn't drop till November, does it?
No, there's been a lot of news about Disney Plus the last few weeks.
Ooh, their package
Yeah,
deal. We already talked about. The
we can
package
hit
deal.
that one and your story about the new Apple
Yeah, we don't
Watch
talk
stuff.
about it. Just Apple's coming out with more expensive stuff for the one percenters. It's fine.
No, go for it.
Right.
You go first, James.
Well, they're coming out with the new casing. They're coming out with either ceramic or titanium casing.
Yeah.
I was looking into it. It doesn't really serve any other wireless properties outside of it's probably going to make it a little bit slimmer, a little bit more weightless, or it's lightweight.
Do you
not
think
weightless.
ceramic will make it so the signal gets through better?
I don't
instead
think
of the
so.
aluminum?
Honestly, ceramic has been used for a while in the watchmaking world, just for the aesthetic and for
And it's
how
been
it
used.
feels.
It's been used a few times in phones as well.
Right.
Because it's very hard and scratch resistant, and it'll pass the signal for wireless
But when
charging.
it breaks and
Right.
shatters, that's the only problem.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw that story. Just thought it'd be interesting to bring up that they're just coming out with a titanium one or a ceramic one. So if you're thinking about getting it, just hold off for a little while
I wonder
longer.
how much they're going to cost.
It's going to be expensive,
Big time.
especially for the ceramic ones. My brother-in-law has one ceramic fossil watch, and that one's in the thousands.
It's so hard for me to pay that kind of price for a watch that
Will go out of date.
in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's kind of interesting though is if you think about it, it's something you wear every day.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you could buy it. You could spend $1,000 on a super nice like Swiss watch, and it would last you the rest of your life.
Atomic
If I'm buying an Apple
quality.
Watch, I'm buying the absolute cheapest one.
Yeah, because you're going to replace it every 3 years
yeah,
if you want to keep going on that train. I mean,
it'll be about 3 years for me this year, I think.
yeah, it's kind of a tough sell for anything over $200, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Maybe 300
I
is
mean,
the top end.
Phones, I guess those are creeping up to like $1,000 now.
Creeping up, they've blown past.
Thanks,
Well,
Apple.
depends on what you get, but
Apple
yeah,
and Samsung, they sure have.
Yep.
Boo.
So I guess if I'm going to spend that amount of money every year, it'd probably be on a phone first, watch
Oh yeah,
second.
for sure.
Yeah.
What would be your third? Probably your kids.
Maybe.
Huh?
What? What are we talking about?
What?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
What?
Why you got to bring that
What
into
would
the
you-
equation? Huh? That's what he's
What
asking.
would you spend that kind of money on?
All right, and Jaron, you wanted to hit on.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
I'll
They
just roll by that for him.
Nah, I don't
Thank
know
you,
where I was
thank
going
you.
with it.
You're welcome.
Sounded good at the time.
so they've announced which devices they'll support. So they originally announced Roku and PlayStation 4, but now they'll support iOS, Apple TV, Android TV, Google Chromecast, and Xbox One. So they're hitting all the major players here. But the bigger
Except-
news here,
Did you say except?
huh? No.
They're not supporting any of the Amazon hardware
Oh yeah, that's true.
purposefully.
Fire TV. I forgot about them. I owned a Fire TV once. I was not impressed.
Disney's not doing that.
Yeah.
They're
For
extending
some
the
reason,
Amazon.
Disney. Yep. For some reason,
Wait,
Disney
wait.
is not supporting the Amazon hardware.
Really quick, does Plex have an app on Apple TV?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good app.
Speaking of that, Plex just canned. If you're one of the small percentage of people that use a dedicated computer as like your media player, not the server, but the player, you're done.
Yeah, they dumped it.
They dumped it. So
Plex
good luck.
did.
Plex did. Anyway,
Wait,
continue.
they dumped what?
the player. So you used to have they called it Plex Theater.
And it
And
tied into Windows
like a-
Media Center.
Yeah. And,
Oh,
and-
I
and it
had that. That's
yeah.
what Plex originally was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they-
loved that thing.
They
They-
quit it.
they dumped it.
They dumped it.
They
That's
got
too
a
bad.
new Windows Player app that's in the App Store.
Yep.
That's supposed to be
interesting.
superior.
Anyway, going back to Disney Plus, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they announced a bundle, and this is a crazy good deal.
It is.
Yeah, so
Have we not talked about this?
no, not yet. It's
Oh.
$13 a month. You get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Does Hulu have advertisements?
Yeah.
They haven't.
Is there an option in that bundle to upgrade Hulu to
They have not said.
Yeah, they have not said.
But I hope so.
Yes.
What does ESPN Plus have as far as advertisements as well?
I have no idea. I've never played with ESPN Plus.
Some of the shows that they've got slated for Disney Plus look awesome.
They look
though.
so
I
good.
know.
Mandalorian.
It
I
looks
mean,
awesome. And this is
Ewan
all.
McGregor coming
is,
back as
Disney
Obi-Wan.
Plus going to have advertisements?
I don't think so.
They haven't said. It
But
might.
this is all just a Trojan horse for me to talk about the Obi-Wan show that is rumored to come out
Still-
on Disney Plus.
still
oh
rumored.
Boy. Oh boy!
Get out!
Oh
No,
boy.
no.
Still
Are you serious?
rumored.
Yes,
Are you only saying that because you know he's my favorite character?
me too.
No, they-
What?
Yeah.
Did we just become
we just became
better
best
friends? Yeah, better
oh, yeah.
best friend. Okay.
Oh.
Really? Get out! Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor's going to be in it.
Well,
Yeah.
they're in talks.
They're in talks.
No,
It's not
the rumor is
sure.
like that he's agreed to do it.
Is it going to be in
They're
between
in
episode 3 and
talks.
episode
Yeah.
4? Get out in his
I
time
know.
of exile?
This guy is so against rumors all the time.
I know.
Until Star Wars comes out,
Oh,
And then he's all
boy.
about it.
rumors are cool.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're great.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
I can't. My mind is just reeling.
All right,
Ewan
that's
McGregor
all
and
the
a
time we have for
TV
today.
show?
You guys done?
I have the high ground, Anakin. Although that being said, Ewan McGregor did deliver, in my opinion, the worst line in all of Star Wars.
Yet he did it well because he's Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
line?
and he's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I don't.
he
It
is.
doesn't matter that he got a mole that sticks out on his forehead.
It
What
adds
line?
character.
What line?
Yes.
Yep.
What?
What line?
He killed younglings. Yeah, look it up.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
Okay.
all right.
It's when he tells Padme that what Anakin
He
did.
has the same dialogue as everyone else, but he manages to do it well.
Well, it's mainly because of how good looking he is, his beard. He's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's the one like chronically good character through the entire series that doesn't have another like motive to
Palpatine.
him.
I like Palpatine too.
Really?
He did a great job in the prequels.
Well, are we talking about the actor? Or are we talking about the character?
I like both.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice. That's all we got for
Here,
today.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. The Last Jedi was garbage. Go ahead.
okay.
Oh.
Disagree.
We're not bros anymore.
Has been severed. The
I
bro
can't
tie.
believe I can't believe Plex has an app. I don't know why. I thought you guys told me that Plex didn't have an app on Apple TV.
Nope.
Also, once we get done, I need you guys to show me how to set up Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
It's
well,
really easy. So
Well, no. You have that page that it goes to where, because I'm constantly like flooded with shows that I have to pay to watch.
oh, you want to learn how to take it to the
I'll
app
show
page
ya.
instead of their crappy homepage.
See, but I like the idea of their homepage where
Yeah,
it like
except how you
aggregates
hate
the
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Go to settings. Everyone that has an Apple TV, go to settings. Make it so your remote goes to the home screen rather than that horrible TV app. I hate it.
Yeah.
Which is too bad. In theory, that app sounds really good. I just want like an aggregating, like watch for free, freeze in quotes, through the apps that.
Or the apps you're already paying for your streaming.
Yeah,
That
I
kind
thought
of
about
stuff.
getting the CBS one. Just watch Discovery. Is it worth it?
It's worth it to watch
Yeah,
Discovery.
Discovery's
Yeah.
good.
Just get it for a month and watch it all, and then cancel it.
Okie dokie.
It's great.
I've been binging shows. Good Omens. That's good. The Boys. Amazing.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode. We hope you had a good time and you download us again and maybe give us a review on iTunes. That'd be cool.
It's a good show.
Yeah, they put that for your review if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll see you guys in a week. Owen, take us out.
Hey, we hope you care.
Gadget Spot.